Welcome to the review of Unit 18. Now, finding out the truth is important, but another question is how many of these situations are occurring in South Korea? We know that some plastic surgery clinics are notorious for delegating procedures to less qualified staff so that doctors can focus on new patient consultations. Delegate.
Delegate.
Basically, what this means is that they sometimes allow less qualified people to do the procedures and let the doctors focus on pulling in new business. Now, this is not to disparage the work of sales professionals, but having doctors focus on bringing in new patients while letting the actual patients suffer is a deplorable practice. Disparage.
Disparage.
Deplorable.
Deplorable.
Unfortunately, it's very difficult to root out this kind of behavior. After all, it's very difficult for a patient to know who exactly operated on them and how qualified they were. Not only this, but if you do accuse a clinic of something and it turns out that this accusation may be false, you could be hit with a defamation suit, and nobody wants to go through that.
Defamation suit.
Defamation suit.
Clinics themselves are also perceived as having a lot of financial support. So if you do have to get into a legal tangle with them, it could last forever and it could cost you a lot of money. And for most people, it's just not worth it. But that's not to say that this behavior should go unpunished. If we do find this kind of behavior, it should be punished if possible.
Do you trust doctors in general?
I don't think I've ever had an untrustworthy doctor. It's impossible to really know, but I've rarely had, a diagnosis which was followed by me going, what a terrible diagnosis. I am not one of these people who gets really angry at my doctor and says, well, that didn't work, So I don't really understand that mentality. I do think sometimes it is frustrating when, medicines don't work or something like that.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I tend to trust them in general. Yeah. I haven't gone through the plastic surgery process, but I would be nervous about that just because I think a lot of things can go wrong. We see the horror stories in the news and stuff and online, so that would make me a bit nervous. But in general, I trust them. That'll do it for this unit. We'll see you guys back for the next one. Bye-bye.